Are you wondering if virtual home staging is going to be the thing? Find out in this episode. Hey everyone, welcome to this episode of the AskJasonGelios show. I believe it's episode 138 already. If you're new to this show, this is a weekly internet show where I answer questions about real estate and I share some tips as well. So if you're new, or even if you're not new to the show, but you're not following me on social media, go ahead and do that. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss out on future episodes and other videos that I upload. Now, I want to talk about virtual home staging, and I get asked this, right? So it's August 2020 and we're seeing the pandemic carry on with COVID-19. This is a historical moment and it's actually changed a lot for real estate. It's changed a lot of how agents do business and how we interact with potential buyers. What I think is very interesting is it's made agents, at least the agents who adapt to these times, it's made agents more creative, right? So we're seeing more video tours, we're seeing more interactive 3D tours where they take a snapshot of the whole room, kind of like how Facebook does, where they have the panoramic photo and you can move the photo over to see all around you. But this is a great topic about virtual home staging. And if you're not familiar with virtual home staging is the process of taking digital images, couches, tables, TVs, things like that, tchotchkes, and you digitally place them into an actual home's environment. So there are companies that specialize in this, especially now where buyers need to potentially visualize what they see in the home. If you have a vacant home that you're trying to sell, or your agent's trying to sell it for you, it may be a good idea to do this where you have the actual photos and then the virtual home stager adds in the decorative pieces to make sure that a buyer could get a feel for it. So I want to share with you a little bit about whether or not it's going to be taking off. Now, I don't see it becoming the norm on vacant houses or even houses that may need that extra oomph, but I do see it as a possibility. I see it more in the higher end home arena. I don't see somebody doing virtual home staging on a house that is $100,000 because oftentimes virtual home staging can be quite expensive. It can cost hundreds to even thousands of dollars. So probably your higher end market, we're going to see more virtual home staging. I still think that it's better to actually stage a home. Again, if you're in the higher price range where it makes more sense and it actually commands that you have that. Because a vacant home, I mean, it's always hard, no matter what price range, a vacant home is always hard for a buyer to visualize. Okay, can I picture myself in this? Maybe they want to see how a couch would take up the space in the room. Where would they put things? How would they do the layout? For example, when I'm taking buyers out, they tend to wonder about the living room and where would they put the TV? Because a lot of times people spend time in the living room watching TV, or gathering. So that's usually the number one room where they're like, how can we lay out our stuff, and which wall would we have the TV? And so virtual home staging could help make that easier, but I don't see it taking off like wildfire. There is an increase in homes that are doing virtual home staging. It's just two things. One, the seller has to be willing to pay for that, or they have an agent that's willing to pay for that. And it just really depends on what price point you're at. That concludes this episode of the Ask Jason Gelios show. I'm Jason Gelios, Michigan Realtor. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Be sure to visit my website and get this emailed to you once a week, if that's easier for you, at it'sallabouttherealestate.com. I'm Jason Gelios, Michigan Realtor, and I look forward to talking with you. Thanks guys for watching this episode of the Ask Jason Gelios Show. Did you know that I also have a podcast? Go to where you love your podcasts, where you love to listen to those podcasts, right? Search Ask Jason Gelios Show, or you can search my name, Jason, Gelios, and be sure to subscribe. Take me on the road with you, right? You can hit audio. I add episodes all the time. Be sure to subscribe to my podcast. Thank you.